Pitigliano. We just got dressed and we're gonna walk into the probably the beginning part of it and see if we can find a coffee and a pastry and figure out what we're gonna do today. The town is very, very quiet. And how'd you sleep, baby?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Yeah.
Besides that dream with a big spider.
Yeah. All right, so let's go see what we can get into.
C'è la poesia, Mauro, del villano.
Oh, and who is this pretty lady that we have found? What are you thinking about? Hey! We're like under the town. I mean, these are everywhere around this town, but this is the first one that we've been in. These were just areas of living and storage, and this is why it's so cold, like in the places, because you're like surrounded by the earth. Under the earth. Yes, yes. Yeah, it's really cool. Look at all these old, very old bottles of wine. Yeah.
Pigliamo 2 grammi più sciame, è finito. Il nonnolino se lo voglio glielo ridiamo. Quando arriva con la camicia bianca tutto leccato così, la danno una bella.
Ma se fate così non viene più, ragazzi.
Ragazzi, no,
Io non
no,
lo vorrei dire. Ma sta caso.
Ma che te lo hai smesso?
Diglielo Roberto.
Senti, a me
Mi dà anche dell'extra, ma il distacco. Allora, la ricotta te l'ho fatta.
Ok. Ci non sai che fare.
Ma la cacciottina di pecore in
Sai, ora sei passata davanti a Silvia, aspetta. Io vorrei un pezzetto di questo
Io un pezzetto di...
Oh yeah, right here. I love how all these little shops are just built into the rock. Is in the basement area. The books. Peter Pan, Pinocchio, Alice Underground. Oh, scary. That's an apartment now. It's got a number on it. Oh yeah, look, there's like a little barbecue pit right there. Oh, something smells good. Mmm. What? Oh. Oh, look, it's a hand with a... Boom. 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 Huh? Yeah.
So we just made the trek back up from the Airbnb back to the parking lot, and we had a little bit more stuff coming out than we did going in because we went shopping yesterday. Currently, Ronnie is airing up our wine bags that he got us to put in our overflow bag. We kind of intentionally this is our check bag. We intentionally traveled as light as we could to Italy, like empty, so we could fill it up with goodies to bring home. But this is everything we just walked through the city with. My backpack is maxed out. My bag is maxed out. Ronnie's bag.
We need to do laundry too.
Yes, we do need to do laundry. But Ronnie's bag has been our grocery bag. Those are our goodies from yesterday. So we're just kind of rearranging and getting things put in this bag that we don't intend on bringing us with us to the next Airbnb, because that's also going to be a walk-in stay.
Yeah, our next two will be walk-in Airbnbs. So we definitely right now we're doing some reorganizing so that we can pack in as light as possible, and also we need to be a little bit more selective from going forward of what we're going to buy, just to make sure that we meet that requirement of 50 pounds, unless we'll be, you know, paying a little extra. But we did have a couple of wine bottles that we were going to take home, but you know, we drank those.
We needed to lighten the load.
Yeah.
So all right, we are gonna get all of this in, and we'll catch up with you once we hit the road. All right, so we're all loaded up and we are heading out of Pitigliano. So to recap what we did in Pitigliano, we arrived and we did that little hike. We saw a lot of hikers while we were there, a lot of people hiking around the city, going through the city, stopping. Yesterday we actually were sitting right outside the town enjoying Peter play his guitar as we were drinking some wine and eating some Parmesan cheese. And a big old guided hiking group came up, and we ended up talking to a guy that had a Houston Rockets hat on, who's from Rome. But anyhow, so we went on that short little hike. That was fun. And then we went to the Airbnb, walked through got all our stuff and walked down to the Airbnb, and help me out, bud. Order of events here.
Oh, okay. Well, so are you talking about arrival?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So we checked in, got our bags dropped off, and then pretty much went straight out to just checking out the little shops. Jessica was popping in and out of shops, kind of getting a feel for the town, maybe where she was wanting to go to tomorrow, to buy certain things, you know. So we were just making, because we got there on a Saturday and we wanted to make sure that most of the shops were going to be open Sunday, which they were. So we went,
except for one that I wanted to buy something for, but I like to go around to the little shops and see everything before buying, because you want to buy everything, and you probably would if you just bought everything right then and there. But I like going around, checking everything out, and then kind of deciding what I want to buy once I know everything they have. So I went back on Sunday and did my actual purchasing, but one of the shops unfortunately was closed. We were asking, I don't think we asked that shop though if they were going to be open. We just assumed.
No, they were open. They just closed everything.
They closed it because Sunday it started raining while we were out at lunch. It rained. Man, that wind came through and it dropped, babe. what would you say?
Oh no, the temperatures definitely went from 80 to 60 easily.
Yeah, in like one wind gust.
Yeah, easily. And then it got hot again.
Yes.
I mean, the little shop owners, they had their heaters busted out, and they were sitting in front of them, and then they were all taking them off and taking jackets off once that sun came right back up. It was like a crazy temperature change.
Yeah.
But that night is when we ate on at the Il Cavu Ristorante. It was the best food I've ever eaten in my life.
It was.
So now, like, I don't know, now everything has to compare to this restaurant. But it was definitely a fine dining situation.
And we actually I was on the hunt whenever we were going to the shops and whatnot for the prosciutto that they had on that charcuterie board that we had purchased with our wine, because it literally, the waiter, although he was hard to understand, what we got from him was from a local pig that's hunted in the area. So I was wanting to go in the shops and see what they had, and we think it was the last little meat shop that we went in. Pretty sure we found it, and so Ronnie bought a big old block of it. So now we have to buy a meat slicer because you have to slice that stuff very thin. But yeah, so I'm glad that I think that we found it.
Yeah. And it's like pepper crusted too, you know. So it's dried, obviously, it's cured, and it's vacuum sealed is how we're going to be able to bring it back home with us. You just want to make sure that anything, cheese or meats or whatever you buy, you know, you're not buying something that needs to be refrigerated constantly, and it does need to be vacuum sealed to be in your luggage on the way back home. So overall, it was a really cool little town. We were told a couple times that, like, this is definitely off the beaten path. You know, just maybe even surprised that we were there. I feel like there was a couple people that were kind of like, you know, like, y'all are here, you know, because there was, I think we were the only American tourists there. I mean, there was people that obviously knew how to speak English, but everybody else was, I didn't.
Yeah, maybe a couple of Europeans for sure that spoke English, but as far as Americans, I don't think that I heard any American accent English. It was all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, anyways, currently we are heading to the next destination, going to Pitigliano, which has one of my favorite wines. I guess you could say that I'm constantly buying back in the States, and we've been drinking while we're here. We probably need to try something else just to get more of a flavor of the regions. But that's where we're heading right now. That lady just looked at me crazy. I have this camera on the front.
Oh yeah. Oh, not yesterday, the day before, we had some guy sticking his arm out, giving the GoPro on the hood a thumbs up. Unfortunately, it wasn't on, but he wanted to be on camera, so just a shout out to him.
Sorry we missed you, bro. But
yeah.
It was somewhere around Rome. So.
But another thing I thought was very cool about the Pitigliano was that, I mean, we've seen a lot of cats so far, like in the cities and stuff, and I'm sure, like, you know, they're all over Italy, but they were all over that little town, but they seemed like they were very well taken care of. There's food and water set out for them. They looked healthy. They were, I would say, majority of them were friendly. Some of them were definitely more skittish, but that was really cool, because I was saying, you know, there's a lot of cats, but I haven't seen any roaches or mice, any kind of like little rodent like bugs besides the spider mites. Spider mites are everywhere in Italy. I don't know, they're not. We were on the terrazza yesterday, and they were literally on everything except for the plants. Every inch of the terrazza except for the plants. That's just crazy to me. But anyhow, So yeah, I think that's pretty cool about the cats. My nephew would be smitten to see them all. But all right, so right now we're just going, you'll see it on our hood shot there, but we'll catch up with you in about an hour when we're arriving at our next destination.